Oh, thought it was going to load by itself. There we go. Hey, Cthulhu. Where is it? Strange. Can't turn that up. It's a little better. Before I just put it all the way up. It's better. So you gotta hold it. Cool. Torch. Crouch. Is that it? There's me pistol. 1911, something like that.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Is it, there. It's going to be interesting, I think.
Never trust a tourist advertisement. Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Seems to be it. Come on, me, dude.
Now get out! Now get out! Now get out!
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline, a philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought, like moths.
What do you mean you lost your map in Ark? Is your character deleted?
Market for philosophy these days.
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you. We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
Right, can I fall in the water? I think I can. There's always something around here. cool old van. A town on the rise, really. Ape's Bride. And that King Kong.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed. The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
I don't want to miss any evidence. Go down here? Yes. Wait, is this the same town as Call of Cthulhu? I climb that? I can. No. Okay, it's a pretty big map. It's a big city, by the looks of that. So I'm here. There's the boat. Doesn't show up on the compass. I can climb that, cool.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Okay, he's going nuts.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Nice. Evening, Cap. How you doing today?
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business. Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays. You like it here, newcomer?
Always got to check if they got more lines. It's rocks that look like alien eggs. Don't think there'd be anything over there, but I'll check anyway. If I can. Pointless. No, I haven't really been online today. What's the news? Is it a new map or have they just changed it? hope we get to see Cthulhu in this. I was quite disappointed in Call of Cthulhu, because you don't really get to see him. Is it in the back? No. Is there an easy way to bring up the map? Yeah, that'll do. Keep going this way. Oh, Lost Island. Yeah, I remember seeing that name on the main menu when I logged off last night. Have you played it? Is it any good? I assume it's a big map again. With the name Lost Island as well, I imagine a lot of it is forest.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is
There's
found.
Monkey Man.
That is fine.
Nice.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
Nice. What are the 3 new dinos? I assume they're the top level Gigantosaurus type dinosaurs.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some language.
It's all good. That's what Google's for.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey.
I might have a look at it in a bit.
My Albert.
See how this game
raised
goes.
him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the
Have you ever played this game, Cap?
Another newcomer with another
The Sinking City?
Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Fair enough. I just found it on the Play Store, I think last night. It was on sale. I quite like the Cthulhu games, like Bloodborne and things like that. So I thought I'd give it a go, as it's based on H.P. Lovecraft.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Well, I think I would.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. You were standing right in front of it.
You mentioned the lifeboat.
I've already checked the
Is
lifeboat.
it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the
Oh,
weather,
and stuff ahead of you.
it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
Bye.
Okay. And the trophy. Mind Palace. This could get a bit confusing.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
No. Probably did, but I wasn't fully listening.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Can go. Cool. I know at some point I'm going to have to shoot some things, but I don't know how far that's going to be. It's probably when my sanity drops. Check in there in a second. Can't go. This boathouse seems familiar. I'm sure this is on Call of Cthulhu as well. Might be the same island. Lovely. Tune up. Might turn the gamma down a bit. Seems a bit washed out. That's better. Doesn't look so washed out now. Bit of detail. How's it going, Squire?
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Alright, let me pass.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. What? Who are you? Are you police? How are have told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will. Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
All the other guys.
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who is this Kay you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective.
Not
Sir,
a great lot of information, to be
tell me the
honest.
truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or Kay? Did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream. My head! I still hear the voices.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Okay. My insanity's
I
dropping.
can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
It's going back up, no, it's going down. Gotta raise my
I'm
sanity
surprised they
somehow.
don't have someone's portrait here. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. 5 cards short of a full house. 5 cards short of a full house.
How do you know you can't see the run? Right, so I'm going to have to go down there at some point. Get off the desk. Low again.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Then those two, and I've got a picture.
So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Then on the back. Right. Oh, that's what I've got to do back in there, I see. Nothing else in this room, I don't think.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
I suppose the screen's not.
There was a fierce
I think it's
fight
when the
here,
corner of the
but
screen
someone
started
tried to
vibrating. I've got to
flee.
use that.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
So I'll follow that in a second. Nothing hidden under the bed.
Choo choo.
Well, the mirror don't work. I want my money back.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
He's gone down here. Where do you go from there then? I gotta go find him. Is that it? So you've got to be here somewhere, maybe. We'll just keep this going. And it drains the sanity. Maybe that's in there.
The end is nigh.
Nope.
It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sown.
Sure, I missed something. Oh yeah, I didn't look down here.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Fire's still warm. I gotta hold it. Shells and gunpowder, so you must be able to make bullets. As a guess.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
There's definitely nothing there that I've missed.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
I've got them all.
I still hear those voices.
I'm missing something. Otherwise it would have said that I've collected all of the clues.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Right, this has nothing to do with him. Nothing on there, no. Not missing anything in here. Ah, that's what I was missing. Okay. Still there then. Yeah, same scene.
There Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, yeah, there's something over there. Where is it? Oh. Oh no, there we go. Cool.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
There's something over here.
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Oh, you interact.
What's
Oh, so I gotta
happening?
do the events.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Sanity's getting low again. Nice. Everything collected. It's exactly what I like to see.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your
I've
hands
got
right.
to speak to this dude. He's just going to say the same thing.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Oh,
I've said everything I know.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
probably, but I wasn't paying attention. Can't go up there. It's all about my place, so I've got to connect it. Is that it? Fisherman. Albert Throgmorton became aggressive. Lewis and Innsmouth, the fisherman, immediately started shooting her. Okay, I'm confused. Clues to make deductions, so when he regained consciousness, that sounds, so that's how you do it. Okay, so you can kind of brute force it. No? Okay. Let's do that one then. Which means I've got to go back. Oh, I'll check down here first. Somebody fishing, praying, what are they doing?
Join in, newcomer. Praise the sea with us. Join in, newcomer.
So there's the
Praise
second
sea
lunatic.
with us.
Oh, I see you run. Each walking everywhere. So I'd have to go inside to trace it. My supernatural sense. Really. Oh, there we go.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Albert wasn't
Sanity's going
exaggerating
low.
when he said he raised him strong.
Quite trippy, to be honest.
There's something in the pocket.
I'll come out of that now. Need to get my sanity back. There we go. How do I heal as well? That's what I want to know. Don't worry, we'll check that in a second. that open? No, it doesn't. It's a stairway to nowhere.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
Just in case. The game does slow down. Good. It's a stairway to nowhere. Oh, can I check that phone? Didn't see that. No. Well, worth looking. So what we've got to do is shoot them off.
Door won't budge.
So he's wasting a bullet. God, they're quick. That's what I'm fighting then.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate. One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident.
Nice.
This was deliberate.
A dead whale or dolphin or something. I thought that would have been evidence. Look at it. So now I've got to link it together. Let's have a look. Going to say those had to go together. Maybe at the bottom. Okay. I assume more of those creatures are going to appear. Oh, there isn't upstairs. Or not. Oh, there's my medkit. No, thank you. Probably one of my least favourite things is octopus, or octopi, and squid and that, just because of the tentacles and the beak. What? Fish canning company. What is he making out with the fish? One, two, three, wait, is that what I marked? Confused. Really wish I could change the FOV. This at the bar. What's that all about? Oh, there's the bar. I'll have a look down there in a sec.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Look familiar, but yet you haven't seen me.
Got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days. Oh. Don't do that again.
Great, so I found the bar.
I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Same deck of cards.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really?
Do tell.
What?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome. I can't wait to see what you do.
I thought she was going to say, I can't wait to see you again. No, it's the dartboard.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure. Stop it.
Sorry, dude. Didn't mean to push
Welcome to Under the Kill. What do you want?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
The rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So,
he's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Bye.
Cheers for the information. Oh, and his rifle. Half expecting to fall through that then. An octopus. Get to the point that I can craft stuff. Seems to be getting all the ingredients.
What the? Get them! Oh! What the? Get them! Oh!
As you can see, I've got to check everything.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
I'm Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
So the fish
I
meat
hear there's a
eaters.
bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived at Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yes, I'm a newcomer.
A newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
I won't tell him. Everyone seems to agree there's been an outbreak of madness around these parts. I'm inclined to believe you fell victim to it too. Plus, it seems heartless to tear apart a family after what you've been through already.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Reed. Thank you.
That said, the port's still closed. What will you do?
Hide here, I guess. Don't have a choice. The streets are flooded with police.
I'll make something up to tell Throgmorton. Leave as soon as you can.
Thank you again, sir. I won't forget this.
You're welcome.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Time to headbutt every surface. Drag my nose across it.
Please, I told you the truth.
Go with that one, I think. Sound. What am I supposed to do with that? Exactly.
Ruth, I swear.
No skill points here. Almost. My experience is going up. Combat, vigor, and mind. Probably end up doing mind. Cool. I think that's what I'm going to need, that remaining sane. That's all about her. Man eating eels, okay. Right, so I'm going to have to get back.
What the? Get them! Oh.
What kind of dinosaur is that?
You want a drink?
Yeah, go on then.
Embrace your fate.
Just those two.
Oh. Yeah. Hey. Got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
I actually would give him a bullet. That's the thing.
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
Alright. Take a chill pill. I feel like there's something over there. Might check it in a second. Oh, I've already been to the bar. Maybe I've got to go back to the cop. Just realised that's not possible. Clear water, apparently. Is that where I put my marker? No. Can't go through the luggage. Nothing like that.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures. And they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things, probably in the back alleys. And they tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. It was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beasts. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Okay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
Saw some of my visions or cases of insanity.
I'm looking into an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Cool. Case solved. So lost at sea is
I've
the
said
next
everything
one.
I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. Keep your hands
I
right.
gave you clear instructions, did I not?
No. Let's see if this dude says the same thing. Oh, solving the case. But he does.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
So where we gonna go now? So I've already been there. Can I get there? There's my hotel. There's another cover side at the crossroad of Asher Road and Hubert. Asher and Hubert. So where's this? Asher, there we are. Asher and Hubert, so here. Oh, no. Free. Okay. Special hobo song. Right.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
Lovely. It's diary, great. Okay. All that we see or seem is just a dream within a dream.
Never again, they say.
Antipsychotics, nice.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Cool. That's quite nice. Oh, the plague doctor. Okay. I'll go for the day wear. Mr. Reed. Okay. Johannes. So I assume that's his room there. Or that one.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston when the door won't bud.
Abandoned bank building, Northern Advent. 4th other street, between Helog and Windhalf. Helog and Windhalf. So up here somewhere. So there's Helog. Stops there. Dwight. Oh, there's Windhalf. Yeah. It's somewhere up here. Sure, it's somewhere there. So local women were talking about a ruined house in central Coverside, near the radio tower, on the crossing of Landing Avenue and Kingsport. Was it here? So Landing Avenue and Kingsport. There's Landing Avenue. And there's Kingsport. So there's a radio tower here then. I'm assuming. We put it there. Hopefully I can remember it. 2 round shell casings. Pushing to a place near the Blackwood Manor on the southern part of Whisper Street. Whisper. Whisper, Grimhaven. So Whisper Street, Grimhaven, and half-built ships. It's going to be what, down here, isn't it? Whisper Street and Grimhaven. Can't remember which area it said there. Was it southern part or something? I don't remember. Whisper and Grimhaven. There's Whisper. So it's down here. Broken ships. Gonna go. Huge apple tree still grows near the cider mill. Okay. One of the witches said the devil himself granted them a book. Does that have an area? Witch who wrote the confession lived in Eastern Reed Heights. So Reed, Communion and Museum. Reed, Communion, Museum. So it's up here. Communion, Museum. There's Museum. And there's Communion. So it's up here somewhere. Could this vision be real? I know there is a Ferris wheel at the park in Western Grove. Oh, Western Old Grove. So, Old Grove. Sentry beacon. Grove sentry beacon. Sentry. There's beacon. Somewhere here. Could it be that? No, it'd be that there. I'd have thought maybe. I don't know, I'll place something there. Someone to come and read it. House is in Central Salvation Harbour. So Salvation between Sevenoaks and Windheim. So Salvation, Oaks, Windheim. Salvation. There's Sevenoaks. There's Windheim there. That's the abandoned building, so it's that there. I would have said. Anything else? No? Cool.
The door won't budge.
There's probably a good reason for that. I know I'm supposed to go down, but it's just force of habit. So how does the door look that I can enter? There's a lock on it. Cool. So I can tell. Is this my room? No. Looked like it with the bathroom there. So the lighthouse is out. Several ships have got lost at sea. City beaches. Could be those there. It's a harbour. Could be that there. It's also the harbour. Although I'd assume the lighthouse is down here somewhere, as a guess. Ah, the doors are different colour as well, aren't they? Yep. Okay. So much point me having a camera if I can't take pictures of stuff.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Sorry, but who are you again?
You bang your head or something? I'm Victor Olmsted. I own the place. This place. The Devil's Reef Hotel.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Aren't we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish. I'm watching you, newcomer.
Bit creepy. Locals use signs to mark special places. It's the hobo sign. Crosshatch grid. No KKK. Cross and 3 Ks. Anything else? Something there. Fish market. Where'd the fish market be? Is that down here? I'd be guessing. Maybe there. Don't know where the fish market is. No, I'll have a look at some point. So this is just the Devil's Reef, don't have to mark anything. God, when can I craft something? Getting all this stuff, but I haven't crafted anything yet. There we are, so it lights up.
I'm watching you, newcomer.
The Devil's Queef. I suppose the closest one to me would be that one there. Look, I'm smart, so it's cool. Let's save it. Lost at sea. Always got to double check. Oh, I can craft. Let's do one of those. Ah, cool. So all the information I've just picked up, so I can find them. Right, I think I'll take a break then. As I just created a load of stuff, might as well save it. Doesn't matter about autosave, I just saved it. Right, I should be back shortly, I imagine. Taking a break.